All right, and we're totally live. We're live. It's Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of your middle class millionaires, and the show never stops, folks. Uh, Tonight is Wednesday, so it's study hall night, right? Because we did Monday. We covered Monday. Monday, we did the ABC 1, 2, 3 outline review. And on Tuesday, we talked about one of those words, which is the A. So we went over those. We went over that. We do the ABC 1, 2, 3. If anybody can remember, uh, Monday this week. This week we had our new 3 words, which was lion, fighter, and reproducer. And then Tuesday we covered lion. Right? We covered the lion, a very important, powerful, successful person, and we talked about if you're going to be a lion, you got to have laser focus, eliminating all distractions. You got to work with other lions, and you got to take care of yourself. And as you can see, you can't. Sometimes you just can't take only care of yourself. But look, we have a special guest today. I don't know if Periscope can see him, but we have my Manny. Manny's in the building, folks. Say hi, Manny. About to go into that milk coma. Say hi, Manny. So we have Manny with us tonight. He's joining us on this live stream as he was hungry, right? So we have Manny with us. And tonight we're covering chapter 2. That's a good one. We're covering chapter 2 of Eric Worre's book, Go Pro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. It's right there. Facebook, see it. Periscope, you see it right there. So we have Manny with us on tonight, and we're discussing chapter 2 of the GoPro book. So it's going to definitely be tough to get to my notes tonight. But in that book, this today's chapter was a perfect setup going along with the ABC 1, 2, 3 method of learning. So I need to pull out my book. I need to go through my book because I'm not going to be able to really get to my notes. And when we talk about Eric Worre's book, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional, guess what, folks? You got to become a professional, not just some amateur or poser. That's what he talked about in chapter 2. So let me see if I could flip to chapter 2. Because we already covered chapter 1 and we covered the introduction. We talked about the blue collar, the white collar, sales, traditional business ownership, and investing. And now, come on, buddy. Come on, Manny. All right. So we talked about that new economy. We talked about why network marketing is just better and how we go through it. So now in chapter 2, I think that's chapter 3 right there. So chapter 2, he talks about if you're going to be involved, right? If you're going to be involved in network marketing, you need to do what? You need to decide to become a professional. Decide to go pro. There you go. So he was saying that if you're going to decide to come pro, if you're going to decide to be a network marketer, you're going to decide to go pro. Guess what? It's 3 categories of people in network marketing. Let's see if we get this burp out, buddy. All right. So he put people into 3 categories. And that was, there are 3 categories of network marketing. It says that you are a poser, an amateur, or a professional. Poser, amateur, or professional, right? Feel free. You guys could join me on the Google Hangout. You could guys leave comments or anything like that. You leave any comments or anything, and sure enough, we will be able to get to your question, right? Or say what your input was. So, chapter 2, starting with the posers. Eric Worre talked about the posers and how they address network marketing. He said, it's a lottery ticket. Posers think that's some kind of lottery ticket, man. Come on now. That's the poser think it's some kind of lottery ticket. And then they talk about, let's see, they just hope that they get enough results to keep them going, because posers can have some good short-term success, but after their short-term success, it usually lasts like 90 days. That fire, that passion goes out of them, right? So, oh, matter of fact, let me tweet Eric Worre right now. I'm gonna tweet him since we're talking about his thing. I'm gonna tweet Eric Worre. We studying that book, right? Study your book. GoPro. All right. So this tweet gave a little tweet to Eric Worre. We're studying chapter 2, and we're talking about the posers. The posers normally burn, like their fire burn out within the first 90 days of being in business, because they see it not as a business. They see it as a lottery ticket. They hoping, they wishing, they praying that something come through that they just gotta do. They think they just gotta sign up and they're gonna become rich. They think they're gonna sign up and pay this amount of money and they're gonna be rich. But we all know when it comes to network marketing, that's not how it is. And when you're thinking of that, if you could survive the first 90 days of being a marketer, if you could survive network marketing, if you could survive those first 90 days, get through them, maybe have some measure of success, you're going to move from being a poser to an amateur. Now, the amateur, he says, the amateur focus on different things, and that's the amateurs are focused on luck. He said he was focused on luck. I remember those times, yes, and sometimes they're still happening, but I'm starting to peel it away. I think about being an amateur and thinking about, man, if I just get one person, if I just get in early enough, and that's what's going on, folks. People are hoping that they could get in and sign that one person that's going to bring them to victory. They think they just got to sign that one person. They're going to get lucky and find that one they hoping to get a professional on their team to take over for them, and they just going to sit back and collect money in perpetuity, like they're going to become rich off of that one person. Because sometimes we hear those stories that you get one supermarketer that could lead you to the promised land, one supermarketer, that's all it takes. Or you only need to sign up 2 people, or you only need to sign up 4 people who sign up 4 people who sign up 4 people, and you're going to be rich. You just got to do it 6 times. But you don't know how many people are really in there. When you add up all those people, those 4 people, 4 people, 4 people, 4 people, when you do that 6 times, that 6 time, that bottom line of all the 4 people getting 4 people, that's so many people just on that one line that you don't realize it. You just heard that you just got to do it 6 times, right? So you're wishing and hoping and praying that the one sign up to change your life. And then the other thing amateurs think about getting in early. Oh, we in pre-launch. We're in pre-launch. Oh, it's post-launch. Oh, it's this launch. People worried about the timing. Is it too old? Did I miss the wave? You can market anything, folks, at any time, as long as you have effective strategies. It don't matter when. It's there. The momentum. If the momentum dies out fast and the company dies, then there wasn't a good business plan to begin with, right? So you got to know about the company. You got to know if they paying. You got to know if it's. You got to know how big it is or how small it is. What's your limitations with it, right? What's going to be. What's the learning curve? What's the marketing strategies? You got to learn these things. And amateurs just not. Amateurs really don't have that, right? So the third thing amateurs also worry about, I've been worrying about myself, is the positioning. Man, there's a lot of hot products that come out every single day. Someone's pushing another product to you every single day, and they talking about get your free position, get your get your free position, and wait on this and wait on that, and sometimes that stuff don't even happen, man. It's that lottery ticket syndrome comes right back, and then the other thing that the amateurs waiting on, you forgetting about the amateurs forget about the hard work. Forget about the hard work as an amateur, right, man? Forget about the hard work. You're looking for the shortcuts when you're an amateur. You're searching for shortcuts. Shortcuts equal shortcomings. Because if you're looking for the shortcut, guess what? There is none. There's no shortcut to success. There's no shortcut to. I believe that was ET. I know when we can't remember who said it, who said a certain line. I know I heard the lines probably programmed in me to know the line. I'm not sure who said the line. When we don't know, we say a wise man once said, right? A wise man once said that there's no shortcuts to success. You got to do whatever it takes, right? And then another wise man, I want to say is Napoleon Hill or Earl Nightingale, one of those guys from back in that time. They talk about you need 10,000 hours of practicing on something to be considered a professional. You're not going to be an expert without 10,000 hours. They said 4 hours a day for 7 years to get to 10,000, to get to enough to distinguish yourself as a professional. That's a whole lot of time. Where do you find the time? You commute in your car. You better be listening to those audio programs, right? Right, man. We listen to those audio programs, right? So we listening to the audio programs. You gotta do that. You gotta figure out how to squeeze that time in there. Because 4 hours a day, man, that's a whole lot, right? 10,000 hours. You're spending a lot of time in the car. You got the audio books. If you got the audio vision, you listen to it again and again and again. Guess what? You're gonna become an expert, a professional soon enough. Because I keep saying the wise man once said, because I listen to so many messages. I listen to them time and time again, over and over again, that I learn or I memorize. It's embedded in my subconscious of what these people are saying, and I can regurgitate that information. It's getting down in my soul some kind of way, down in my heart some kind of way. That's why I gotta mix it up. I gotta listen to, then I gotta listen to ET, the hip hop producer. Then I gotta listen to a TD Jakes or somebody else sermon. You gotta listen to that stuff, man. Get it in there, because you can't be too worried about the shortcut, because there is no shortcut. People will tell you, "Oh, I made 800 videos before somebody saw one." Before one blow up, you didn't did videos for years and years, and nobody's been watching you, and you kept going, and then all of a sudden, you mastered some information, you unlocked something because you made a decision years ago. You made a decision. So it says, Eric Worre talks about, and then I finally made the decision to go pro. That's being a professional, a person who is paid to undertake a specialized set of tasks and complete them for a fee. I'll say it one more time, just so you can hear it again, just so you know what a professional is. A person who is paid to undertake a specialized set of tasks and to complete them for a fee. not for free, but a fee. That means you get paid for being a specialist of a certain area, right? So he said his definition. So based off of that, he made a definition for network marketing professional. And a network marketing professional is a person who is an expert at the skills required to build a large and successful network marketing organization. Not you're not building a company on your own, but you're building an organization within the organization. That means you signing up, you bringing this many people, you getting this many views. You're doing your job, right? You're doing what you need to do. So that's what you got to do. That's the breakdown of going from or going on that one thing, right? Of going to that amateur level. That's the breakdown of the amateur level. And then Eric Worre went on and pointed out a whole bunch of other stuff. He talked about the 10,000 hours of practice. So with Eric Worre, he talked about the 10,000 hours of practice to be an expert at any level, which was 4 hours a day. That adds up to about 7 years. 7 years of practicing before the formula seems to hit you like a ton of bricks. World class. Before you could do what you want, have what you want, be what you want, see what you want, eat whatever you're trying to do, whatever you want. Took about 7 years of positioning, not results. 7 years of positioning, right? So then, as I turn the page, you talk about everything changed for him. He stopped focusing on luck, timing, positioning, and shortcuts. He even stopped focusing on the money. He wasn't looking for the money. He wanted to have people ready. He wanted to change the dynamic of what was going on. So he said, I'm not even worried about the money. I'm up here on the farm feeding the horses. I'm coming back down, doing this, doing that. He got the skills, right? So he said, I'm gonna learn the skills. You know, and he decided he's gonna make that commitment to learn how to do that stuff. So moving on, they talk about how subtle the change could be. Things start changing. The group start growing. Many more people want to check into your hangout. Some people start giving up some stuff. Like tonight, I gave up that basketball game. I mean, that's just me. I'm not watching Cleveland and the Warriors, and I feel like I'm still broke as a joke. Because watching a game ain't gonna make me feel any better. Watching a game is not gonna stop my situation, right? I got some other things lined up to do. So as you can see, man is winding down, just as we are with winding down this chapter. Now he said he looked forward. He's looking forward to that day when it's commonplace for people to hear things, and it's going when people start hearing it more and more often. People will hear it more. It's going to become more common for somebody to say, yes, I'm a doctor, but I'm also a network marketing professional. See, I didn't have a title when I didn't have a title made up per se. So what, like, I didn't put a title on it. Talking about I'm a doctor, but I'm also a network marketing professional. Before finding this book, I wouldn't look for that kind of stuff, right? Wouldn't think about that kind of stuff. Saying, why didn't I just say I'm a teacher and a network marketing professional? Why didn't I say I'm an author and a network marketing professional? I'm all the above, man. You got to be all above. You got to be that letter D option, all the above. Because the baseline got to stay the same of being a network marketing professional. So then the world he just said the world will be a better place. We just circle some houses up, fix their house up, and start talking about people across the and start running across the world talking about network marketing professional. That's gonna become a common phrase, common language right there. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get Manny up out of here soon for the Native Grow Wrestlers. But join us next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we go into chapter 3, which is like any profession, you'll need to learn some skills. You'll need to learn some skills. Yes, you'll need to learn some skills. That's chapter 3. That's next Wednesday. Be sure to join us on tomorrow, 11:36, right here, right everywhere. Join us on chat. Join us for Thursday. The letter B, which is fighter. Now we're going to fighter, and then we're going to wrap up Friday with reproducer. Just a little sneak preview. It says fighter, warrior, or soldier, someone who does not give up. Does not give up. Continues to fight and try, even when the odds are against you, right? So, yes, I'm Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of your middle-class millionaires, where I remind you to be smart, be fruitful, and multiply. That when you start, you don't stop. You're going to be consistent until you achieve your goals. Good night, good morning. I'll see you on the next call. I'll see you when someone else is feeding. So thank you, everybody, for watching on Periscope. Thank everybody on Facebook Live. Man, you going to say bye-bye? What are you smiling at? Say hey. Say bye. Say bye-bye. Bye, Facebook. Yeah, you wave to them. All right. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye to the blab. Say bye-bye, blab. Good night, good morning, blab. And then last but not least, we take it over to that Facebook, to that YouTube live. And we say good night. Say good night and good morning. Good night and good morning. We'll see you on the next call, folks. Thanks for sticking in there with us.